Good morning, rise and shine. There's a story of a college professor who brings in a jar and he asks his students various and sundry questions as, is this jar full? Is it full? Is it full? And they put in rocks and sand and water. And the moral of that story is figure out what your big rocks are and put it in first. Yesterday, I had to figure out what my big rock was. Here's my big rock. It was made for me 20 years ago by Heather Billheimer. Heather, you're always going to be Billheimer. I know you have a married name, but if you see it says pass it on, and on the other side of it, it says Job's Daughters is out of this world. Yesterday, my big rock was my Job's daughter, Bethel. I have 9 kids, a whole bunch of parents, a council who were depending on me to get us organized for grand session. So I had to figure out what had to be put aside, and it happened to be rise and shine. I couldn't just fit everything in because this has always been my big rock. The other thing that's on this rock, thank you, Heather, for writing it, was pass it on. It has always been one of my signature thoughts or goals is to pass on what I have been given. I have so many gifts and blessings, and one of them happens to be the gift of talking. So anyhow, the other thing I asked yesterday was for those of you who saw my Facebook post to actually answer the question of, has there ever been anybody in your life that you said, oh dear Lord, please let them change. My life would be so much better if they would change. Or, oh my goodness, I can't wait for them to go away. Well, over 100 of you answered yes to that. And so part of what I'm working on this summer, this is my summer goal, is a workshop based on no matter how thin the pancake, there are two sides. So what I'm asking for those of you who are hearing this, one of my big rocks, is to get that workshop finished. There will be a launching of it in mid-July, stay tuned. But what I'm going to be able to share with you are some of my learnings, my thoughts, my development of the meanness matrix in order for you, not the other person, to feel better about some of those interactions and not to have your joy or your peace stolen by other people. And I think we all know what that meanest moment looks like, and that's what I'm calling it. Jo Neal, I'm calling it the meanest moment. That moment where your joy is stolen. And I say your joy is stolen because what I want you to do is recognize you have some say-so in that moment. So over the next few weeks, we'll be talking about the meanness moment. We're going to be talking about people who don't matter. Now, as I've said before, they matter to Jesus, but not necessarily matter to you. People in the grocery store, drivers along the street. But along that spectrum, there are a lot of people who matter a lot. And so we're going to be talking about over the next couple weeks what that looks like, what it looks like to be able to be in control, to put up your force field, to deal with those interactions, those meanness moments in a way that you are whole at the end of the day. And this is based on the work of the Arbinger Institute, on Brooke Castillo, Marissa Peer. There's a lot of scientists out there, a lot of individuals who I've been stimulating over the past few years. So stay tuned. The other thing, lastly, figure out what your big rock is, what your big rocks are. There isn't always just one big rock. And put it into perspective. Sometimes, like today, the Job Straughter rock is going to go down. The Saginaw Valley rock is going to come forward. I'm going to get some stuff done there. Bob and Leslie are always the biggest rocks in my life, but I have other rocks too. So good day. I love all of you. Stay tuned. No matter how thin the pancake, there's 2 sides. Love ya.